All right, so MiHoYo is extremely busy with their new gacha game, Honkai Star Rail. They're so busy, in fact, that this patch is ridiculously light, and that's not the best. So it's also probably going to be a really big filler patch because it's not great. All right. So we got Inazuma patch notes. All right, so 2.2 patch notes. Let's see if there's anything worthwhile in here. 300 Primo Gems, PogChamp, just like normal. Tsurumi Island. Toma's being added to the game. New domain, Moshikara. Okay. A mansion set up with a sea of fog. No one knows the place to build it. It looks like there's a one-time unlock rate is 40 or above. So this is just a one-time clear domain. So it's gonna be one domain. Polar Star, and then the new 4-star weapons are going to be coming too. New event, Labyrinth of Warriors, and take place in the Blazing Rift to get XINYAN Pyro. This is where you're free XINYAN. During the event, you can obtain H tokens upon completing the Mystic Omnio Chamber. H tokens can be exchanged in the event shop for Primo Gems, Crowns of Insight, character level materials, talent level materials, hero wits, mystic enhancement, all the normal stuff. And if you meet all the requirements for Blazing Unison, you can actually exchange the number of H tokens to invite Blazing XINYAN. So this is when you get it. This is where you get XINYAN, and you actually get XINYAN. Looks like this event starts on the 21st, and looks like you're gonna probably get XINYAN sometime before the 30th, probably by like the 27th or the 30th you'll get XINYAN, and it looks like the event runs all the way to the 15th. So you won't be able to get XINYAN for the first week and a half of the patch, just a heads up there. Okay. Looks like there's going to be a new Archon quest as well, just like normal for every patch we've had so far in Inazuma, so that's great. There's new hangout events with Toma and Sayuyu, so there's going to be new hangout events for both Toma and Sayu. They're not character quests, they are actually hangouts. So hopefully the Hangout Series 3 is actually going to be better than the first two series. My personal opinion on the Hangouts that we had originally were kind of like, wow, they're a little bit long. But they said they did some changes to the Hangout series, so hopefully it's a little bit better, and it's actually a lot more interesting this time around. I wasn't really a fan the first time around, but if you are a fan, I hope you enjoyed it. All right, new world quests as well, new Rift Town enemies, etc. New recipes for warmth and radish stew, great. Sakura flavors, all that stuff, great. Spiral Abyss. Okay, so here's the new Spiral Abyss, things we care about. There's gonna be on floor 11 a pyro damage boost and hydro damage boost of 60%. So floor 11 is really, really, really good for vape comps. So hydro, so Child and Boat and Hu Tao are gonna be Giga Chads this month, pretty much. Yomi is probably gonna be good here. Who else is a good vape team? Diluc probably be good. Mona is probably gonna be great. Kokomi will be great. A lot of fun characters, so a lot of fun times. All right. Updated the monster lineup for both floor 11 and 12, so there's gonna be new enemies in floor 11 and 12 for this Abyss. Looks like floor 9 and 10 are gonna be the same. All right, starting for the first time, the Lunar Face is gonna be refreshed. The 3 Lunar Faces will be as follows. Lunar Faces again as buffs in Spiral Abyss. Vanguard Moon. After the challenge begins, a character's elemental energy is greater than or equal to 50%. They will gain a 6.5% attack bonus every second, max of 10 stacks. When the character's elemental energy is less than 30%, the attack bonus will be cleared. So, if you stockpile your ultimate, you get to keep an attack percentage bonus. But if you don't, then you lose it. So if you're a person that's going to be using ultimates during this Abyss, you don't get the attack bonus and you actually get to lose it. So quick swap teams are actually heavily impacted here. And any team that you use your ultimate pretty much at all, you don't get a bonus. So this is kind of tricky. So it's not really a buff at all. It's actually one of the worst buffs I've ever seen. So if you don't use your ultimate, or you're playing like a Yoimiya, or you're just like using a Shimenawa set, you're not using any of the ultimates, I guess it's good, but like I don't see anybody using this buff effectively. All right, next buff is called the Chialistic Moon. After the challenge begins, character's elemental energy is 100%. They will gain 1 tack of Auspice every second and max of 10 stacks. When this character unleashes their elemental burst, all Auspice stacks will be cleared, and the damage dealt by this character will be increased by 5% for each stack cleared for the next 10 seconds. Okay, so if you stacked up at 100% energy and held your ultimate for a long time, then you would get 50% damage increase this Abyss. So if you're shotgunning your ultimate for a long time while you're out, you can then do less damage. So this is really good for Hu Tao and characters like Hu Tao or Yoimiya, where you use your ultimate at the end of the rotation. It seems like a really, really good thing if you, for any character that's going to be ending with an ultimate. This will also be decent for Tartaglia too if you want to end your rotation with Tartaglia, so that's with an ulti there. That seems fairly decent. Okay, the third phasing, after the challenge begins, when the active character's elemental energy is greater than or equal to 50%, they will continuously release shockwaves against opponents. So basically, this whole Abyss setup for the buffs is going to be, you got to have max energy to do anything. That's the TLDR of this whole thing, is max energy is good when you have that on your active character. When you don't have max energy, you lose the buffs pretty much, and you might get buffs or you might lose buffs, but max energy basically the whole time. All right. There's going to be adjustments in optimization. After Traveler abandons the quest full speed ahead. Commission Trip, no longer drop elemental particles. Cool. Optimize characters, effects, and talents in story quests for dynamic world level scaling. Nothing crazy. Well, that's kind of BS. Artifact inventory increased to 1500. Great. Adjust the display ordering of a 10-wish pull. After adjustment, the pull results will be displayed with the following priority from left to right. 5-star characters are better than 5-star weapons. Better than 4-star characters. This is only really good for the base banner, so I don't really see why this is helpful at all, but whatever. All right. Originally 5-star character, 4-star character, 5-star, whatever. I mean, this is only affects the base banner, so whatever. All right. Adds a new feature to the display scene when performing a 10-wish pull. Oh, okay. So you can now skip the summon inside the summon, so you don't actually have to watch the rest of it. So that's a cool feature, I guess. Adds a feature for furnishing blueprints in the forge menu, crafting bench, and furnishing creation 17th pot. Okay. Optimizes the location of selection logic and expedition with using controller. Cool. So controller support is better. Nice. Conditions for purchasing a starter supply bundle, wayfarer bundle, and permanent bundles. Adjusted array R25. Cool. Optimizes the performance of Hangout event interface. Nice. Adds ending status to display for Hangout event interface. Okay. Adds new hints and Hangout events and storyline. Cool. I don't see how this is good. Optimizes the time adjustments for the Paimon menu, so now you can change the time over the span of days. Oh, that's cool. So now they made the time adjustment easier, so that you don't have to change the time twice. So if it's more than 24 hours that you change the time, now you have to do it once. So that's kind of good, I guess. Okay. Add some prompts for loading screens. Cool. All right, characters. Optimizes description of Sucrose Constellation 4, Alchemia, Noelle's passive, nice and clean. So they're changing the wording here. Every 7 normal charge attacks, Sucrose will reduce the CD of the hypostasis thing by 1 to 7 seconds. And now it says it in a different order, but it can only be done every 0.1 seconds. Oh, okay. So now they're just letting you know that before you could not do this every 0.1 seconds. So it looks like if you were auto attacking too quickly, you couldn't trigger this, I guess. I don't know, how would that even happen? I guess the charge attacks for Noelle, but like, I guess the multiple hits from Sucrose charge attacks would trigger this too, so that'd be an issue. So I guess that's an issue. Yeah, okay. All right. Audio. Optimize the music switching in some areas. Nice. I like that. Good transitional scenes. Reduces time delay between characters opening treasure chests and relevant voice lines. Cool. All right. Adjust Sayu's voice lines. Nice. It optimizes some characters' quests. Okay. Shop Stardust Exchange, there's no way to limit the amount of more that can be exchanged, which it used to be 100. Things for Giga Whales, I guess, for a one-time expenditure. The Art Souvenir Shop, Monset, but we have no limit of more in exchange, but they have added a limit to each exchange, which is 300. So let's look through these and see if there's anything else that's needed to talk about. There's only one event that they're talking about throughout all of 2.2 in the patch notes, which was the Labyrinth of Event Warriors. The rest of the patch notes, there's no events. There's just the hangouts and the new enemies. Wow. That's actually the weakest patch in Genshin Impact ever. Dang, 2.2 is going to be really weak. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think about these the patch notes in the comment section down below. This is the light. Ain't gonna lie. Have a good day, guys.